Tonight, a major milestone in flood protection for Northeast Harris County. It's called Phase 2 of the Lauder Detention Basin that's near Aldine. It's now complete. The expansion adds room for, listen to this, another 200 million gallons of stormwater.
Yeah, and it is just one of many projects in Houston aimed at improving our flood defense. Meteorologist Kim Castro taking a closer look at what else is being done to keep us safe when storms hit.
Houston, it's called Bayou City for a reason. Today, I'm along Brays Bayou. Absolutely beautiful to look at, but its size and strength, that's what's really impressive, especially when you're talking about Houston and hurricane season.
And then we ended up with 4 major stormwater detention basins that combined hold about 3.5 billion, with a B, gallons of water.
Greens, Halls, Hunting, Sims, White Oak, Buffalo, and Brays. More than $5 billion have gone into strengthening this backbone of our flood and drainage system since Hurricane Harvey in 2017. Scott Elmer with the Harris County Flood Control District says with this money, 220 projects have been completed and 200 more are ongoing. How well do you think we are going to be protected?
The Brays Bayou, specifically, about 15,000 structures upon completion of the project are protected from the 100-year storm event, which is a major improvement. We're getting to where we need to be.
Hydrologist Matthew Berg works with Bayou Land Conservancy, and he says it is part of the solution to handling Houston's regular flooding.
I would argue that bayous shouldn't be carrying all of our load. They're just kind of the easy button that we've hit time and time again.
What sort of projects should Houston be looking at? Is it retention ponds that we're talking about? What's the most effective way to create more water retention options outside of just ushering in the water to the bayous?
I think it's all of the scales, from a rain barrel next to your roof to leaving broad green spaces along creeks and bayous that do tend to be where water goes in a neighborhood, but then also bigger green spaces outside, upstream particularly.
Green spaces that are both easy on the eyes and much easier on water absorption.
You know, from here to here, concrete versus grass, what's the difference?
Well, if you're looking at concrete, for almost all concrete, it's zero. If you dump water and sand, all of it's going to go away. And I think these places along the bayous themselves can help, but the real value is actually up in the landscape. Because there you have big, broad areas where you can slow down and basically store water for an extended period of time.
Harris County Flood Control says those kinds of plans are in the works, and so is something new, directing water not just away from, but underneath us.
What we do is we look at all the tools in the toolbox. With a deep underground stormwater tunnel, we can move water without having the surface impact, without possibly making all the bridge adjustments, without buying out homes.
The more tools, the better, because water in Houston go hand in hand. I mean, it comes in all forms, right? We get downpours, we get flooding, we get hurricanes. Why is this something that all Houstonians should take a very vested interest in?
You have a much higher risk in a 30-year mortgage of being flooded than you do of a house fire. On that, it is the #1 risk that we deal with in Harris County.
It really is a beautiful place to live, so long as you stay mindful, know your neighborhood, know your flood risk, and know the forecast. Getting you ready for hurricane season, I'm meteorologist Kim Castro, KHOU 11 News.
Say it again. Know what?
Know the forecast.
Know the forecast. That's it. And get it from a reliable place like us here at KHOU.
Yes, sir.
Listen, Houston wouldn't exist without the bayous.
Yes, very true.
That's true.
You know, it flooded over and over, turn of the century, and then boom, they built the bayous, and here we are.
Voila.